This is huge news if this is true. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, or Jamie Dimon, one of the largest bankers in the world, as the new Treasury Secretary. So, first, we heard rumors that Jamie Dimon was going to be tapped by Trump for Treasury Secretary. Now we're hearing rumors that Larry Fink is going to be tapped by Trump as a Treasury Secretary. Think about this. Very different bankers. Larry Fink is on the board of trustees for the World Economic Forum and is pushing forward the ESG narrative, environmental social governance, but also is talking about a massive need for growth in the economy. Then you got Jamie Dimon, the banker of bankers, who says that cryptocurrency is a fraud, or Bitcoin specifically, but blockchain is here to stay, created his own system called Onyx JPM coin. And we got Larry Fink, who is 100% pro crypto now, specifically Bitcoin. I want to hear what you guys think and what's going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down Larry Fink today. He talks about we need to grow out of the economy, and that's what I've been sharing with you guys. That's how I do my investments, is based on the infrastructural changes that need to happen. That's the only way we can fix this economy. Don't take my word for it. Let's listen to one of the largest asset managers in the world. Okay, so now there's rumors flying around. First, it was Jamie Dimon being a pick of President Trump, or future President Trump, very likely to win, that he will tap Jamie Dimon to be the Treasury Secretary, right? Very stark difference from Larry Fink, who's on the board of trustees for the World Economic Forum, the largest asset manager in the world. But what we do know is both of them, there's a reason why Jamie Dimon was the CEO of JP Morgan, or is still the current CEO of JP Morgan for a very long time. Remember, he hinted that he's going to be retiring soon. Now, when people said that, they said that has something to do with the economy. But guys, he's been the CEO for a very long time, a very long time. Was he hinting at retirement because maybe he's going to take the Treasury Secretary? Would Larry Fink be able to be on the board of trustees, or excuse me, be on the Treasury Secretary? He was tapped by the Federal Reserve in 2008 to balance out the markets, in 2020 to balance out the markets. But let's dive into this. So Larry Fink urges Biden and Trump to pursue economic boom agenda. Now, Biden had stepped down. Well, even now, I mean, Biden's still the current president. So BlackRock chief Larry Fink urged U.S. presidential candidates to overcome division in the country following the attempted assassination of former President Trump. And we're going to actually listen to his own words, seeking them to persuade them to grow capital markets. Key, grow capital markets. What are you invested in? Capital markets. What are you invested in? Innovative technologies. This is going to be massive for your guys' portfolios. And to reduce the burden of regulation. Growth is not going to come from tax cuts. That's too short term. Okay. Another thing here. So this is what we're going to watch. So we're just going to watch. We're going to actually listen to what he says. So this is about a 5-minute. We're going to listen to about 5 minutes of this. Okay. So I really want you to dive in, get your pen and paper out. You got to listen to him. He's giving you all the hints of what's coming for the future of your blockchain, your cryptocurrency investments. Got to make sure you have a game plan. Check this out.
We need to find ways of growth, especially in front of an election right now. Both candidates need to talk about growth, need to find ways of creating optimism and creating opportunities for growth. Growth is not going to come from tax cuts. That's too short term. Growth is not going to come from tax increases. We need to be building America.
Oh, how ironic. Look in the background. JP Morgan. You got Larry Fink. Treasury Secretary? Which one? You see in the background? That's kind of funny.
We need to be reducing the extensive process of permitting. We have an infrastructure boom that is necessary, whether that is for digitization, decarbonization. We are
digitization, guys, tokenization of all assets, blockchain technology.
Blessed by having energy efficiency here in this country and we can do so much as a country right now, but we're inhibited by our controls. And we need to be growing out of this. And this is my message, not just to the U.S., but to every country right now. We have rising deficits. No one is spending enough time talking about deficits. The U.S. deficits are the largest in the world, growing at the fastest rate in the world. And we need to be finding ways of minimizing the role of the deficits on the economy, on interest rates, on inflation. And so we need to grow. And if we can't grow out of this, these deficits are going to be becoming a big burden. and we're going to be really putting on the backs of our children, our grandchildren, a real burden of these massive spends that we can't afford.
I think it's important to point out you did not say one candidate is more pro spend than another.
It's all pro spend.
Right. But I do think it's important also that President Trump has been adamant that there's been way too much regulation under President Biden. So I have to believe that you would say that the business would be unfettered. And if they're unfettered, that could help the growth, which would therefore lower the deficit.
We need unfettered businesses right
We'll
now.
talk about
We
that
need
tomorrow.
growth. And we're going to get growth from the private sector. We can't rely on public deficits anymore.
Okay, that's the key right there. Public and private sector coming together. Public and private sector coming together. Trump said that 7 years ago, even playing field, it's coming. Blockchain technology companies coming with the current infrastructure banking system to re-innovate it, to grow us out of this economy.
The public deficits are just growing too fast as a percent of GDP. As a perspective, our deficits were only $8 trillion in 2020. They're going to be at $26 trillion, $36 trillion. We grew our deficits more than $1 trillion a year over the last 24 years. This is unheard of. It is at an unsustainable level. Yet we have the most dynamic capitalistic system in the world. We have great companies. We have great ingenuity, great technology. Let it unbound, let it go. Great jobs, great opportunities, and we'll have a rising equity market that will really fuel this opportunity.
Okay, so that was super key, and I'll continue this conversation as we go into tomorrow, because unfettered regulation is the key word, what we're going to talk about tomorrow, right? Think about that for just a moment. What has Gary Gensler been doing? Just rocking innovation within America. Think about that. He just hinted that if Trump comes into presidency, he's going to quit. Of course he is, because they know that they're holding this back. They're all padding their pocketbooks, guys. So this one more thing on a report here. Almost everyone in crypto a winner in the second Trump administration. So delay in crypto IPOs may finally make their progress under Trump. Overseas firms will see less market and share as U.S. thrives and its peers. So, man, this is exciting. I mean, we've been reporting this since 2020. We knew this moment was coming. I had no idea it was going to play out this way. I really didn't know it was going to play out this way, to be honest with you guys. I mean, we knew there was some deep shit going on behind the scenes. As we look this way, there's another narrative going on this way, but we're here now. And so now it's time to really take a deep breath. It's like, come up with that game plan. You got to get non-emotional about this. Please listen to me. You got to learn financial literacy, financial discipline, how to invest, how to pull those profits, how to diversify, how to protect that wealth. It's an opportunity that's never going to be upon us ever again. Now, is this like tomorrow? This is a growth opportunity within the next 10 years. I mean, I promise you, you'll come back to this video 10 years from now. Okay, 10 years from now, and it'll be a completely different economy. Guaranteed. It won't even be recognizable of what we're experiencing right now, and it will be normal. And some people who took a risk in these speculative assets, but a calculated risk, could be the new 1%. But the people who are going to be the new 1% are not the ones that just relied on cryptocurrency or relied on this stock or this. They had a diversification strategy. They secure, they compound, and they grow. That's the key to all of this. And so what I always do is I pull from the left side of the risk pyramid. Have you ever seen a market go straight up? Have you ever seen a market go straight up? They don't. There's never a market that goes straight up. Has your relationship ever been perfect all the time? It doesn't exist. There's waves of energy. So when the wave of energy is down, I'm buying in these capital markets. When it goes up and everybody's excited, just like in the casino, I'm pulling on the way up and I pull it down the risk pyramid. I love to insure my wealth. I use insurance. I'm using silver as barterability. I'm using businesses to continue to expand and grow my earned income. I'm not buying things I want until my assets will pay for those. Okay. Every time I earn income, I put it back into the capital markets and I repeat that process. And now we're going to go into multifamily and real estate. And on top of all that, I have the Rockefeller waterfall system set up, trust over my dynasty, trust over my ecosystem. You can do this, family. You can absolutely do this. Okay. So the key is to take a deep breath. Christ is king. God is my president and CEO. and lead your family. That this is the time right now. It's time to stop listening to all the bullshit. It's time to get disciplined. It's time to get consistent. It's time to get uncomfortable. It's time to get uncomfortable, family. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. If you need any support at all, you go down the description of my video. You'll fill out what's called a needs assessment. Okay. After we read through it, the proper team member reach out to you based on we can help you with financial retirement strategies. Okay. That's in my bio as well in my social media platform. Just click the link and we'll have the proper team member reach out to you. Love you guys. Appreciate you. As we always say, Warriors, rise. Get your shit together. Let's go.